Maple, are you ready to go in the canoe? We're going on a trip? Hi, Maple. Almost ready to settle. Hopefully she does okay in there. You gonna be good? Daniel's doing all the work right now.
Yeah.
We're trying to get Maple adjusted. She's doing pretty good. What do you think, Maple?
Yeah, hopefully she's okay.
Yeah. Probably should have started out with just like a day trip versus like a 3-day canoe adventure with the dog who's never been in a canoe.
She's pretty good at everything, so.
Yeah, she's a pretty laid back, good dog, so.
Hopefully she is with this.
At least the river's pretty calm. Yeah.
It's like this the whole day.
Yeah, there's no whitewater or anything. It's very family friendly, so we should be okay. You might be wondering where our other dog Aspen is. We decided not to take her to the US with us for a couple of different reasons. She doesn't really like crowds and also doesn't do that well in heat. Thankfully though, Daniel's dad has been taking great care of her. They've been skiing, hiking, and going for lots of walks. We miss our fluffy girl, but we know she's happy and well taken care of.
Definitely can't camp on that side.
There's a nest up there. Those might be sandhill cranes. We don't know the wildlife too well here.
Oh, it's a little deeper. But I was like, what, did I just hit a fish or something? But I can touch the ground here. It's not very deep, I could stand here.
How are you doing, Mapes? There's 3 turkeys. I don't know if you can hear them.
Yeah, come over here. It'll be dinner. Kentucky fried turkey.
Maple is like so interested in these turkeys.
Yeah, crane, right? Holy.
Oh my goodness! Do you have the zoomies? Somebody's very happy to be out of the boat.
2 hours. There's that sweet and sour chicken. Oh, yeah.
We pulled over on the side here to have some lunch. We've been paddling for 2 hours now. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day.
We've already done 20 kilometers.
Yeah, we've already paddled 20 kilometers, which is a fair chunk, so we're doing pretty good, making good time.
I thought it was going to be slower, but...
April, I have to say, is probably the best time to do this because I could not imagine the heat here in the summertime. It's like the perfect, nice, like right around 20 degrees. Oh, Maple.
What did she do? Did she go in?
She went in. Are you hot? Okay, okay. Out of the way. We're having some sweet and sour grilled chicken. Just boiled up the water. You're crazy. How is it?
It's actually pretty good. Sweet and sour grilled chicken. It's pretty good, man. You know, I don't know. I was like, with the dog, I didn't really want to bring the cooler because I don't know how much room we're going to have. But, like, the other people, man, they brought, like, I thought I brought stuff. But they brought, like, a whole kitchen sink. Plus, like, a bigger Yeti cooler than we have.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I should have just taken the cooler. Instead, we bought all dehydrated meals. Oh,
Which,
well.
yeah, it's kind of nice too, because then there's no dishes and stuff either. Makes things a little bit easier, lighter to pack.
Yeah, I don't have any desire to do dishes. Okay.
We have a list of some of the campsites.
So there's more than you think, actually, past Cake Spring Bottom.
Okay.
Cake Spring, where are you? Right there. So, you can even camp at Hajo Canyon. 8. And then after Hajo Canyon, Bono Bend is the next one. This is probably the best thing I ever could have bought.
Yeah, so we picked this up just before we came here. It is a Yeti storage container. It's fully submersible. Oh, Maple. And it fits a ton of stuff in it, so it's been super helpful. They're almost like a kind of sandpiper.
I don't know what those are. They're so cool.
They're really cute. Oh, it's too bad we don't have a longer lens because you can't really see them. Wetting the dog because I think she's a little warm. It's pretty hot out.
Oh, yeah, it's hot.
Yeah. Oh.
That is funny. Hey, Meep. She grabbed a stick out of the river.
Wait, watch her drink it. It looks hilarious. She's like biting the water. Get it. We found this incredible campsite. It's along this sandbar here. Hi, Maple. Maple loves being out of the canoe, able to run around. I think there's some water on the lens. Hopefully that's not too annoying. Daniel's just over there walking the gear up to where we're going to be camping. So we were told when we were camping here that we have to be 3 feet up and 10 feet in. That's just to make sure that if the water levels rise, that we won't be swimming in the middle of the night. And there's a perfect spot up there, and it's now just recently gotten in the shade, which will be so nice because I have severely sunburnt myself. You are so fast. look at this beautiful spot that we are camping in. Look at these massive bird feet. They're huge. It's crazy how similar they actually look to those dinosaur tracks that we saw. Look how big this is. That's insane. We got everything up here now. Whew, that was a lot of work. Now we're gonna set up our tent and have some dinner. We hear some noise. There's some sort of creature over there.
Is that not a beaver?
Oh, maybe it is.
I didn't think they had beavers. It looks like.
It sure looks like a beaver. It's definitely gathering branches.
Where's he going? Scrambled eggs with ham and peppers. Woo!
So yesterday, both of us got very sunburnt, and we were wearing sunscreen. It's SPF 50, but maybe that's not enough. I don't know. But I don't think the camera will really pick up my arm, but it hurt all night long. So I'm not sure exactly what to do because this is the only sunscreen that we brought with us. So I guess we'll just apply it more often and hope for the best. We also didn't bring any long sleeve shirts to wear because we're stupid. So if you come here and do that, bring a long sleeve shirt, bring higher SPF sunscreen. Yeah, I don't really know.
I'm sure if you're more used to the sun, it's probably not that bad.
Yeah, that's true. Oh. Maybe if I just really lather it on. Even my knuckles got sunburnt. Ouch. That's insane.
I was like, what kind of dog food is that? It's treats. I was like, ew.
We did go on a couple of hikes. Throughout the entire day we were out in the sun. And we wore just SPF 50 sunscreen, so I didn't think that we needed anything more. But I guess because of the water reflecting the sun as well, we do. I just really hope that we don't come out of this like a little fish crisp.
What's weird, I put out-of-date sunscreen on. I put out-of-date sunscreen on before I left the truck, and that stuff actually worked, but that stuff didn't do much.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it should work just the same. I don't know. Maybe this just isn't a very good sunscreen. We'll see. Hopefully we don't get worse. I'm going to try applying it maybe every hour, but I don't know. I'm already in pain from my sunburn, so I can't imagine it getting worse. We do also have sunscreen for the dog. Her nose doesn't have much fur on it, so it does get sunburnt, and she seems to be fine. So we'll put more of that on today. This is a sunscreen we have from Maple. It's specifically for their nose because they can get burnt as well. So I'm going to put some of that on her now. It's just a paste. There is the island that we slept on. I nicknamed it Beaver Island because that beaver made a lot of noise last night.
Yeah, it did.
A lot of chewing.
A lot of chewing.
I think we're about ready to go. Alright, Mapes, come on. Let's go inside. In the boat. You little goober. Okay, good. Let's go in the boat.
She's like, no, no.
like my island.
Wow, someone's being dramatic. Good dog. Stay. Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
Or should I go look up there?
You're crazy. So these are tamarisk trees, and they line pretty much all the banks here. Do you see that deer?
Oh, cool. Deer maple.
They line pretty much all the banks here, and it makes it incredibly difficult to get up onto the bank to camp unless you're camping on a sandbar.
I guess unless you're a deer.
Unless you're a deer. Yeah, I don't know how that deer got there. Look at him go.
No problem for him.
It's pretty thick tree as well.
Yeah, like I couldn't get the boat up there. We apparently are going faster than the geese. I didn't even see them until they were right there. You just wait for us to pass and then...
So the main issue that we've run into here is actually that this river is just not very deep. Like, oh,
Oh, did it drop off?
no, it did.
Right there.
It's right there. That's the bottom. It was about half of my paddle head before. Now it's about the full thing. And we keep running into this issue because there's been a couple of times where we've been in the middle of the river and we've been stuck there. And we have to like wiggle and push our way out.
So we've been trying to stay on the sides because the sides seem deeper.
Yeah, the sides are definitely the deeper side where you need to stay. I just wasn't really expecting that because we're not at low water levels right now.
No, like I could stand right here, probably not even halfway up to my knee.
Yeah, it's a little bit surprising actually.
It doesn't even cover the whole path. Like, well, it's getting a little deeper.
Yeah, hit some deeper pockets. Yeah, there's a lot of sand in the middle of the river. Not a lot of sandbars though, actually. And a lot of them are like really thin, so not the best for camping. So one of the main things that we wanted to do while we were here is to see the saddle. So we're in the beginning of like a loop, and this is called Bow Knot Saddle. It's supposed to have a gorgeous view. This is one of the main things on the river that we wanted to see. So we just parked the canoe over there. It's about 2 kilometers, so nothing crazy. We're gonna go and see what it looks like. end. We're going to be going around this and then back. It's all the Green River. And we're on the saddle here right now, which gives you amazing views of both sides. It's pretty cool to be up here. We're currently stuck on the sand. That's it right there. This is the problem with this river, is that most of it is just sand underneath and you can't tell. So you get beach and you have to kind of work out where to go. We have tethered our canoe. We're gonna go and explore.
But I'll just keep going on the sandbar, I guess.
This is a really cute shot.
That is.
For lunch, we're having mac and cheese. Hopefully it's good.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that always the...
I mean, we're stuck with it now, so...
So we camped, I think, on this sandbar at 73 Mile. And then we hiked here, we went here, we hiked here, and then we're either here or here. I think we passed Oak Bottom. We must be on this or this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we're on this right here, because I can see that.
Yeah.
Alright, and then we go to map 7.
Here, Maple.
Can you flip it to map 7? I think it's this way. There we go. So map 7's down here. Oh, and here is...
Oh yeah, there's Mineral Bottom, so we're only like 10 miles from it, eh?
Yeah, we're pretty close to Mineral Bottom where we're ending our trip.
Yeah.
So explain why we still have days left of our trip, even though we're almost done it.
Because it's supposed to be 91 km/h winds tomorrow. want it to be somewhat close to Mineral Bottom before. There is another campground right here, Cottonwood Bottom.
Oh,
if
yeah.
we keep going a bit so that on the Saturday morning we can just go from there to there.
So you want to just spend the entire day at Cottonwood Bottom?
Might as well. Relax.
Yeah. Unless we find a better spot.
Yeah, because it should start calming down here a bit.
Yeah.
'Cause it's getting into the later afternoon. And that's like 7 miles away.
Sounds
That'll
good.
take an hour.
Yeah, well, we can take a look too if we find
There's a
something.
few other sandbars on here too, although I don't know if we should. I don't think we should camp on a sandbar in that wind.
Yeah, well, let's see what everything looks like. We might find something better, but
Yeah.
that's the plan for now.
But on this sheet they gave us, it says Cottonwood Bottom is good access. It's exposed, but
Okay, it's not too bad.
and then actually before or right after that is Hell Roaring, but I don't see that on here.
Hell Roaring.
Literally like only
55.5.
0.7 of a mile. Maybe it's this or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
might be.
But yeah, if we go there, or even if we see someone or somewhere along here.
Yeah. Maple is in the canoe. Here you have it. She likes it. She went in there of her own free will. Oh. What's it say?
Weather waiting.
Oh.
Okay.
We used our Garmin to get a weather update. It says for today, because the wind has picked up and we're a little bit worried about it because there's supposed to be a wind event tomorrow. So we got the weather, and it looks like it's supposed to die down a little bit in the evening, and then tomorrow morning it'll be okay, and then at 11 it just like shoots straight up. It's going to be super windy, 50 miles per hour gusts, not ideal, and then it stays windy pretty much the entire day. It goes down a little bit in the evening, and then in the morning of Saturday, which is our last day when we get picked up, it's okay in the morning. It's calm enough that I think we can paddle, and then we'll be done.
Mape, you ready to go? She hopped in all by herself.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess she's a professional now. Well, we're gonna take off and do a bit more. Hopefully the wind doesn't pick up. So it got pretty windy yesterday in the afternoon there, and we pulled up to a campsite with some of the people that I was on the bus with. Really nice people. And yeah, we didn't film a lot last night. We were just sitting around a campfire enjoying ourselves. Today, we're trying to find Horseshoe. There's like a picture of Horseshoe Canyon, but we forgot to download the trail. So I don't know. We're probably not going to find it.
We're on the hunt for it, but I don't know if we'll find it.
Some other footprints here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, we saw some petroglyphs. Really cool. They said it's one of the best panels they've seen.
Yeah.
That was super cool.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would have found it if those
No.
people we were camping with hadn't shown us.
Would have seen that.
Yeah, it was kind of tucked away there, hidden.
Yeah.
Incredible. So today it's supposed to be super duper windy, and it already is super windy, even though it's early, so we're not paddling at all.
90-something km/h gusts.
Yeah.
50 miles an hour.
Definitely don't want to be on the river in that.
No.
So we're just exploring this area today, and then tomorrow we're going to get up early and paddle to
The rest of the way.
Yeah, the rest of the way.
14 kilometers. It's not very far.
Yeah, and then Daniel will get picked up by the shuttle.
Yep.
Yeah, let's see if we can find anything. The people that we camped with last night were so nice. They gave us some sunscreen because they could tell that I was pretty sunburnt. I don't know what's wrong with the other sunscreen we bought, but the sunscreen that they gave us was a little bit higher of an SPF and a different brand. So fingers crossed that works. And she also gave me a visor, which it's too windy to use right now, but it's been incredible. And they let me borrow this long sleeve thin shirt to cover up from the sun. They've been so nice. I can't say that enough. I feel really underprepared for the amount of like sun and heat, but they've been so kind. So I'm not 100% sure, but if I were to guess, I would say that this is quicksand.
Is it though?
Look at that. Look at that. You really sink in there.
No, because before you would have had to paddle this.
Yeah, so this horseshoe bend used to be the river, and then it shortened itself, cut through.
3 miles.
Yeah, and bypassed the whole thing. Would have been
Which is too
cool.
bad.
Yeah, it would have been cool to paddle it.
Pretty cool view at the back there.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Really nice. So it's really interesting canoeing here. It's because it's way different than the Pacific Northwest. Like in BC, you wouldn't bring a toilet, but you have to bring a toilet here. But you pee in the river. The other one goes in the toilet. And then toothpaste goes in the river. Like everything you just in the river, which I thought was bizarre.
Yeah, it's very different because normally
Yeah.
everything that I've been told is,
The opposite.
yeah, you have to
away
be,
from the water source.
yeah.
But here they said there's not enough rain to wash it away, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's bizarre.
Yeah, so for the toilet, it is illegal here in the desert to dig cat holes.
Mhm.
You must pack out your solid waste.
Yeah.
So it makes it a little bit more of a hassle. We rented a toilet from Texas Riverways.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty decent, yeah. I'll put a video here. Here is the toilet. It's just a typical. Not your toe. Here is the toilet. It's not really your typical toilet. It's basically just like a metal insulated box. It has a pressure release valve here, and then these hold this down nice and tight. It's a very tight seal. You can't smell anything. And it comes with a seat as well. You can take out of this bag, pop it right on there. Works fantastic. And the nice thing is we don't have to deal with it at the end. Texas Riverway as well. It is basically just a hole that you go into the bathroom in. Yeah, there's chemical in there. We haven't noticed any smell or anything.
No,
it's been fine.
Intense.
Yeah, it's been totally fine. We have been putting the dog's poop as well into the toilet, just so that we aren't leaving any poop anywhere.
So you even have to pack, well, you don't have to pack in your own water. You can filter it, but you need a pretty good filter, and you probably have to wash it a lot because of the mud or the sand, I guess, in the river.
The Green River is very silty, I think, as well as the Colorado River. So if you were to filter it, it would just clog up your filter super fast.
Yeah, so we packed 40 liters in.
Yeah, they do recommend that you bring in enough water for your whole trip, and we brought in a water filter just in case.
Just in case, yeah. But, you know, when you're peeing and spitting and everything in the river, it's
maybe you don't want to drink from the river.
Although I guess that's where everything's going anyways, everywhere else.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, I feel a little better about it when I know people aren't purposely peeing in the river. But here is the water that we brought. They're 2 5-gallon jugs or 2 20-liter jugs, and that was more than enough for us.
Yeah, so you're also not allowed to just like make a fire pit here. We were provided with a fire pan, and then you pack the ash out as well, unless you burn it down enough that it actually did say if it's fine enough, you can you bring it out to the middle of the river and you put it in the middle of the river.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I thought that was really interesting. You have to take a fire pan with you, whether or not you're planning on having a fire. They say, yeah, for emergencies, whether or not you plan on having one, if you have an emergency, they want you to have it in the fire pan, so they make sure that you bring one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that was really interesting, though, because those are definitely things we've never had to encounter anywhere else.
No, it's definitely different.
Yeah.
And if you do make a fire out here, because you're supposed to collect like dead driftwood,
yeah,
it is the driest thing on earth.
Yep. Strange-looking dark clumps are cryptobiotic soil, a living crust made up of microorganisms. It's a very important part of the ecosystem that has many benefits, like helping resist erosion, absorbing water more quickly, and giving plants a safe and sturdy place to live. Cryptobiotic soil is the glue that holds the desert together, but it's also very fragile. That's why it's important to be careful not to step on it. shuttle. We have to wait for him to get all the way back to Moab and then pick up the truck and then drive all the way back to pick up me and Maple. It's really a pain in the butt that Maple couldn't take the shuttle, but it works and it was definitely worth it. In total round trip, it's about 3 hours to get to and from. I'm expecting that because there's a bunch of stuff in the shuttle as well, it'll probably take an extra half an hour to deal with that. So I'm expecting around 3 to 4 hours that we'll have to be waiting here, but it's not too bad of a day.